As I sit here and reflect on my life throughout the day, I can't help but to think about the scripture Romans 12:2, which states, "Do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind, so that you can test and approve God's will, his good and perfect will for your life," right? And as I think about that, I've learned so much in this season of my life. I've truly gained the understanding of what it really means to renew your mind. The renewing of your mind is about gaining a new perspective, new priorities, and just a new way of seeing life, right? And this new perspective and this new way of seeing life is in alignment with God's will for your life. So I've learned that in order to truly be in alignment with God's will, to truly become who it is that God has called you to be, and to be able to do the things that God has called you to do, you have to renew your mind. And if I'm being honest, I know that the reason that I have experienced a lot of the things that I've experienced in my life, I have experienced a lot of these things because of the perspective that I've had in a lot of situations. I've had the wrong perspective when it came to certain people. I had the wrong perspective when it came to certain situations. And that wrong perspective caused me to make wrong decisions. That perspective was obviously outside of alignment with God's will. This situation has truly taught me the ability to be able to discern between my faulty perspective and the perspective that is in alignment with God's will. For instance, I've had a double mind, and having a double mind meaning I've known something about a thing or a person. I know the truth. I know what they've shown me. I know what they are. I know what a thing has shown me. I know what a thing is. But on the other hand, I'm second guessing that thought. I'm second guessing that perspective. And I'm thinking that there's a possibility of another perspective. So I'm double-minded and I'm on the fence about a situation or a person or a thing. And since I have that double perspective, instead of just accepting the true perspective, and that perspective is this perspective that aligns with God's will, I make decisions based off of a faulty perspective that in my heart and in my mind I know is not the proper perspective or the proper view on a thing or a person. I've gained so much knowledge, wisdom, and understanding throughout this entire season that I have been experiencing. And I know that my mind has truly been renewed this time, because I don't think about the things that I thought about the same way anymore. My perspective, I believe, is now in alignment with God's will for my life. And it's sad and it's unfortunate that it seems that I had to hit rock bottom in my life in order to truly have a renewed mind. And unfortunately, I'm not the only one. Some of us have had to hit rock bottom. Some of us will have to hit rock bottom in order to truly gain a renewed mind that is in alignment with God's will and calling on our lives. So although this situation has been so heartbreaking, it has been so hard, it has been just so testing, I'm grateful for the situation, because I now know that my perspective and my view on certain things is what got me here, and I never want to be here ever again. The renewing of my mind has now opened up the door for me to be able to walk into my purpose and to walk into alignment with God's will.